There's so many AI tools out there at the moment. I've been experimenting with a bunch, and I love this easy app with simple AI for image edit, graphic design, video, animation, layout, all in one place. It's Adobe Express. The tool that combines a little bit of Photoshop, a little bit of InDesign, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, After Effects, all in one app and super easy to use. By the way, I'm Kate Silver. This class will cover the 8 key AI tools in Adobe Express powered by Adobe Firefly. First, generate image, remove object, insert object, generate template, generate text effects, generate video, generate similar, and clip maker. Convert long videos into short clips with AI captions. I'll walk you through each tool and try them out to show you exactly how they work, helping you decide which ones to use in your own projects. If you're ready to explore the future of design and Adobe Express, then let's get started. Okay, my friends, today I want to talk about AI in Adobe Express. Yes, AI is all over the shop. All I hear about is AI, AI, AI. Well, I want to talk about Adobe Express with AI because it's very simple to use and it's all in one place. Now, what is Adobe Express, you ask, perhaps? Well, if you've heard of Canva, Adobe Express is Adobe's take on Canva, sort of, but to Adobe standards, the quality design of Adobe using AI and all in one place. Now, if you've struggled with Adobe softwares before and you found them complicated and you don't know where to start and you're not really a designer, Adobe Express is actually the solution to that. It's like a mini mashup of all the really famous Adobe softwares like Adobe Photoshop, InDesign, Premiere Pro, After Effects, all in one. Because in Adobe Express, you can work with images, you can work with animation, you can work with video, and so much more. So today I'm going to talk about the generative AI. But just so you know, one of the really cool things about Adobe Express is the plethora, my new favorite word, the huge selection of templates. And they're, again, to Adobe standards. So really cool templates to choose from. For instance, if I click here, you can see all the beautiful, colorful, fun templates to work with. And it's very easy to use. So now back to Adobe Express AI. So generative AI is everywhere. And these are just a few things you can do with Adobe Express that's just really cool. And in my humble opinion, just a few of the key AI things you would ever need, really. So, in terms of graphic design, so you've got the famous generate image, which means you can add a text prompt and it will create a beautiful image, again, up to Adobe standard. You can remove objects from images or people, X's, from images, just like Adobe Photoshop. You can insert objects, add objects, again, Adobe Photoshop style, and you can generate your very own AI template. And generative text effects is what I kind of showed you earlier with my newsletter. This is AI text effects, generate text effects. And this I'm super excited about. Generate video. And it's in beta. So when something is in beta, it means that it's not fully developed yet and it's trial and error and it's not perfected yet. But I cannot wait for this personally because I personally struggle the most with animation with Adobe After Effects. I never got my head around it completely, even though I do make videos with Adobe Premiere Pro, but to actually create animated videos, that was a game changer for me. So I'm super excited to see what this brings. Generate similar, which is kind of a version of generate image, but you can generate more of those images, more variations in a similar style. And clip maker. So the clip maker is super important today. Let's say you've got long form horizontal content and you would like to change it in a second in a vertical for TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. Then you can do that in a second. And what it does is it will even shorten that 24-minute video into a 1-minute video. All right, so let's dive into all these AI tools with Adobe Express. I'll start with Generate Image. And over here, using the famous Firefly technology, over here you can describe what you would like to see. So I'm going to type lizard with a hat with diamonds, because why not? Let's make it sassy. Now you can add some style, images, or composition, which is like a reference, inspiration, inspo. Or you can also choose from existing types. I'm going to choose synthwave because I find that cool. And generate. Wow, isn't that cool? Let's see this one. Awesome. And this one. So sassy. Wow, I love this hat. So beautiful. This is really, really cool. And it's up to Adobe standard. Awesome. So that's one of the famous Adobe AI tools. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? I'll just go back to Generate with AI and I'll show you the next one, Remove Object. But for this, I would have to add an image. And perhaps I can add one of my thumbnails from one of my YouTube videos. And let's see. There we go. I would like to remove so I can adjust the brush size. You can adjust the brush size over here. Or you can clear brush or add and perhaps click here and perhaps draw on top of the whole mock-up that I created, even though I love it. And then click on remove. And let's see Adobe Express's magic with AI. Ooh, that's cool. This is another option, and this kind of went wrong, but I kind of like this. It added a little plant. Now, if you wanted, you could generate more until you're happy with it and change it around. Oh, and actually, there we go. This one is better, although it would need to be refined. And this is where Adobe Photoshop would be awesome because it's really easy to refine it using something like the spot healing brush tool or the remove tool or even generative fill. But if you did want to fix it in Adobe Express, you could also make some minor adjustments here in the same tool, remove objects. It might take a little bit more trial and error. Again, this is all in the infancy stage, right? So bear with AI and Adobe Express. So for instance, you could make the brush a bit bigger and then just go over the bits that kind of look odd and then click on remove and see if that generates better results. And you can already see better results in some of them. It blended it a bit more. So you can click on keep once you're done and then do another little bit that could be better and perhaps another part here and then click on remove and again hope for the best. Sometimes this can be hit and miss. Like this is a bit hit and miss. So I can either click on generate more or discard. And I don't like any of them, so discard. So I just think this will be improved and perfected over time. Like there we go, that's already not so bad. And then decide whether to keep or discard. So anyway, back to Adobe Express AI tools. We've covered generate, image, remove object. Let's look at insert object. So perhaps I'll use that same image again, I guess. and describe what I'm inserting. Maybe I can insert a microphone. A pink microphone. A pink glitter microphone. Because I love microphones. I'll make the brush size a bit bigger. And I'm going to draw, I want it to be kind of here because I want it near me. And then click on insert and let's see. Oh, that's cool. Love that. I probably should have made it a bit smaller because I just realized the microphone is as big as my head, but this is very cool. I'm very kind of amazed by this. You can always create more because there you can see something went wrong. It is AI after all, and it's always being improved, even now as we speak. Okay, so let's give it another try just to see if it will provide us with better results. So just click on this card and let's go back to this window of Insert Object and change a brush size because we're going to add another microphone and just make it smaller and see if it will look better. So I'm just going to draw a shape over here-ish. So that's a little bit smaller, I believe, is it? And I'm going to type a pink glitter microphone and I'll write on a stand a bit more detail and now click on insert and let's hope for the best. And oh, I quite like that, and the stand works pretty well. And the second one, okay. The third one also looks pretty cool. It kind of went wrong here, the way AI kind of does, but I'm sure over time it will get better like any AI tool. So that's cool. So I can either keep it or I can click on discard, or I can even click on generate more and hope for the best. Select this one. Oh, this one or that one. I like this one. I think this one looks really microphone-y, although more like a stage mic. And this one looks more like a recording mic. So I'm not sure. Let's go with this one perhaps and click on keep. And I'm going to add perhaps a hat, like a pink glitter hat or something. So I'm just going to go like this and I'm going to go like this and draw over here. And I'm going to describe a pink glitter snakeskin hat to match the, microphone. And click on insert and again, hope for the best. And that is absolutely hilarious. So funny. So earlier I had a little try and I created this. And I loved it. I think this looks super cool. So I decided to keep it. So anyway, you have fun with this and decorate your images with insert objects. Now let's go back to the next one. So we've done already 3. Generate template. You can literally say, for instance, a poster for a pottery class with glitter. I just love glitter. Generate. I think that's a bit disappointing because it's not very glitter. Okay, so I wasn't too happy with that template, so let's try it again. Trial and error, right? So I'm gonna type a modern and realistic poster for a paper glitter flower making class. And let's see what this will give us. And let's hope for the best and click on generate. Oh, fun. Look at these beautiful flowers with the glitter inside. Stunning. Look at this. Oh, and this one. Just love it. I'm having a hard time deciding between which I like most because I quite like this layout with minimalistic text. but I also like this picture and that one. So there's a few to choose from. If I wanted, for instance, this picture, I can click on it and then edit it further in Adobe Express and do things like change the background color and whatnot, which is cool. And change the font because it's kind of a hideous font, isn't it? But you get the picture. Now, if I want, I could also click on a picture, for instance, and click on See Variations. And Adobe Express will give me a variety of options, a few options that are similar to choose from. And hopefully it will have even nicer pictures and layout, but who knows, right? We never know. And wow, aren't these fun? They look so good all next to each other. With the glitter, stunning. And the glitter flowers over here. Love it. But it really gave me exactly the same layout for each, didn't it? And earlier I tried another variation and it gave me something like this, which is also beautiful. If I click on back to all results, I can, for instance, change my mind and say I want to see variations from this one. Click on See Variations, and it's generating new, slightly different options. And there we go, some more flower pics. Although I did prefer all the other ones, actually. They were prettier. So yeah, that's pretty cool for generate template. And then to edit the template further, I do cover this in my other Adobe Express classes. So feel free to dive into that after this class. So let's move on to the next AI tool. Now this is my favorite tool though, Generate Text Effects. Just click on any of these and it will just create an amazing text effect, although it can take a little while sometimes to make. And here you can see prompts. Now, if you want to learn how to animate these text effects, then check out my course on Skillshare, and you'll learn how to make the really cool text effects and animations that I use all over the shop. And even for videos. All right, so that is AI text effects, and there's so many more. I just can't wait for you to explore them, so check it out. Now, the one I'm super excited about is Generate Video. Each generated video is 5 seconds long and uses 100 credits. So we all get a certain number of credits from Adobe, and this will change in the future. So at this time of recording, I can't tell you exactly how many credits there will be. Also depends where you live in the world, but this is it for now. And you can write whatever you would like. A cute illustration of a small plant blossoming in a slow motion. An illustration of a lizard shedding its skin to become pink glitter. Let's see. I can choose any of these existing animations, but I just want to see what Adobe will offer. Let's see. And remember, it's in beta. All right, let's press play. Oh, that's cool. I do wish it had a bit more animation, but that is a great start. So yeah, feel free to try and do more different variations of this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to generate it again, and perhaps it will have more animation. Which one of these shall I use? Perhaps move right. Perhaps I can select medium shot. I can change a camera angle, aerial, eye level. That's one of the things I love about Adobe as opposed to some other AI tools. Like most of us don't know what to look for. Most of us aren't photographers or videographers. And so we don't know what, eye level shot or aerial shot is by heart. And so having these options to choose from is very useful. I'm just going to go for eye level shot, I guess. Perhaps I'll add whilst dancing. And let's see if this will add a bit more animation. I'm hoping for the best. And click on generate and let's see. Oh, I'm already liking the look of this. And just so you know, it is small because previously we chose a smaller option, so it doesn't use as much credits because this already uses 100 credits. Okay, anyway, let's press play and see. Wow, look at this progression. So first of all, now it's dancing and moving, and the glitter skin is being shedded like in the previous one, but there's a bit more movement. So that's really cool. And let's be honest, a little creepy. I wish it added a bit more move right, a little bit of more camera movement, which it doesn't seem to have done, which I'm a little bit disappointed in. But honestly, for some quick video, simulation, it's not bad at all. So yeah, feel free to try another video and let me know what you decided to come up with. I'm sure you have even better ideas than I do for this. So that's a little demo of Generate Video, which is in beta. Remember, it's in beta, so it's in development, and it has quite a bit of way to go and to be improved. So be patient, please. Moving on to the next one, Generate Similar. So I can add an image, for instance, and generate similar. I want this in a hat. So it created a similar image, although it read has instead of hat, and it didn't create it in the hat. I probably should have prompted it better. I'm still working on my prompts, but if you look at the image itself, it is the same style, which is very cool. I actually love this image, except for the actual object inside of it. So yeah, let's give it one more go and see if it will provide us with different results. So if we can select the image and go back to Generate Similar and resize this frame so it fills out the whole page, and type perhaps something more specific than bag, perhaps a fancy handbag, which is not the most specific, but it's quite nice. It's slightly more specific. So click on Generate and let's hope for the best. Ooh. Okay, so this is a lot more what I had in mind. More of a handbag, but on some of them you can tell it's AI generated, and bear with me and bear with AI because I do think it will get better as it goes. But as you can see, the background is very similar to the original. It's kind of the same bokeh effect or blurred background, the plants, the wooden table, and this quite nice bag. I like it. It's actually giving me designer inspirations. Isn't that cool how I just created and designed a handbag just like that? Okay, so that was a little demo about Generate Similar. And last but not least, Clip Maker. So now you can upload a clip of yourself or of anything. I may upload a clip, but it's too large. It's 1 GB, of course. So perhaps I'm going to upload something else. Perhaps of this, of me unboxing and prepping my Dell Ultra Sharp if I was talking, I could add captions, but I'm not. And then I can click on generate clips and let's see what Adobe Express will give us. I probably chose the worst video for this. I should have probably chosen a video where I'm doing a talking head and talking in the camera so that it makes more sense. But let's see, we never know. You may now close the clip maker and will notify you in-app when your clips are ready for review. So it's now analyzing, and this sometimes can take a little while. So yeah, I personally think Adobe Express's AI is just incredible, and it just has so many tools that I would need and I would use. I especially can't wait for Generate Video to get better and to create really cool videos, kind of like it's showing here. And I can't wait for my prompting and AI text skills to get better so that I can create better graphics and illustrations and animations and videos. So, as suspected, there weren't enough words spoken. So instead, I'm going to choose another video. There we go, one of my popular Adobe InDesign videos, which is 5 minutes long, and I'm gonna generate clips. It took me a while to find a video because all my videos are 4K and huge and like 20-30 minutes long, so it wasn't allowing, but I finally found a video. So let's see what clips it's going to generate. And there we are. Let's have a look at one of the clips. How cool. It has automatically created captions, which is cool. And then I like that it goes from vertical to horizontal. I can also choose from many different options. It created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips, which is really cool. And all the automatic captions, I can also change the captions if I wanted. Let's say yellow, bright. And voila, now the text is in yellow, which is really cool. So it automatically created. I'll definitely be posting this in my YouTube shorts, so check it out. So far, I really like that. If I want, I can open it in editor, or I'll just download this if I'm happy with it. And it's going to be downloading a file ready for a YouTube short or Instagram or Reel or TikTok. And if I wanted, I can look at some of the other clips that were created, which are slightly different, or this one. So each clip is slightly different, which is really cool. So my friends, that was it for AI in Adobe Express. And I realized that whilst I was talking to you about everything that Adobe Express can do, I kind of convinced myself to just use Adobe Express a lot more than I actually do. I forgot about some of these functions and I'm so excited to start reusing them. My creative juices are kind of flowing and I can't wait to see how this will develop with the new AI age. And I just love that it's all in one platform. That is my take on it. And if you don't know me, I'm Kate Silver, and thanks so much for staying with me and listening to this video. Again, if you want to learn Adobe Express in detail, check out my Adobe Express class or my Adobe Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator classes.